WTEF endowment to more than double as the result of the transaction and future committed support which will secure its mission for generations to come. Local businessman, civic leader and former tournament ball boy assumes control to enable 50-year-old event to stay in Washington. Fan experience expected to be significantly enhanced and no season ticket price increases promised for 2019. Citi extends title sponsorship through 2019, Tennis Channel renews broadcast partnership for 5 years and tournament plans to rejoin U.S. Open Series for first time since 2014. In 2008, Washington native Mark Ine transformed tennis in the nation's capital with the Washington Castles, the first world team tennis franchise in D.C. history. The Castles went on to win historic 6 WTT championship titles and set the longest winning streak in pro sports history. Today, officials announced that DC-based venture capitalist has acquired the management rights of the Citi Open from the Washington Tennis. The announcement was made at Rock Creek Park Tennis Center, where the historic tennis tournament has been held since 1969. After a 6-month bidding process that attracted worldwide interest, Ine emerged as the choice to take over the tournament with his commitment to keeping the event in the nation's capital and providing ongoing support for the tournament's charity, the Washington Tennis. As part of the agreement, Ine made a significant financial contribution and substantial future financial commitments that will enable WTEF to build its endowment to further the charity's mission and ensure its financial future as part of the agreement. WTEF and their programming will continue to benefit from the Citi Open and be featured prominently throughout the week-long event as the primary charitable partner and beneficiary. The tournament is one of the WTEF's biggest annual fundraisers and has raised millions for youth programs since it was founded in 1969. Ine, a native of Chevy Chase, MD, grew up close to the tournament site, served as a ball kid at the tournament for many years in his youth and has attended the event throughout his life. I grew up with this tournament and I know firsthand the profound impact it can have on individuals like myself and on our community more broadly, so I am thrilled that we were able to come to an agreement to keep this very special event here in Washington, said Ine. This is an iconic tournament on the world stage that has been woven into the fabric of our local community across many generations. I am grateful to the board and leadership of WTEF for working with me to keep the event here, and we now need the continued engagement of the NPS, Citi leadership and our business and tennis communities to make sure this tournament remains in the district for future generations to enjoy. It wouldn't be summer in the sports capital without the Citi Open, said Mayor Muriel Bowser. For 50 years, Washingtonians have gathered to watch the top tennis players compete at the Rock Creek Park, and over time, D.C. has transformed into a town where young athletes can not only play top-level tennis but also thrive in it. We are grateful for Mark Ine's leadership and look forward to many more years of hosting the Citi Open in Washington. After 50 years of tradition, I am thrilled to be keeping this important event in our community, especially for our children who benefit immensely from it. With the hard work of our organization and new management, I'm confident the best versions of this tournament are forthcoming, said Manny Ortiz, WTEF board chair. Ward 4 has hosted world-class tennis at Rock Creek Park for half a century, and I am delighted that this time-honored tradition will continue, said Ward 4 Councilmember Brandon Todd. We are so appreciative of Mark Ine's investment and belief in our community and the beloved Citi Open tennis tournament. No one is more passionate than Mark Ine for the sports of tennis and for his local community, said USTA CEO and Executive Director Gordon Smith. These passions have combined to ensure the future of professional tennis will thrive in Washington, D.C. His leadership truly makes a difference, and of course we are thrilled to welcome the Citi Open back into the U.S. Open Series. Washington is one of the 5 largest tennis events in the United States and one of only 5 tour events featuring players from both the ATP and WTA tours competing simultaneously. After 50 years, it is also the longest-running pro tennis event at the same site in the United States. Since the first event in 1969, the men's tournament has brought some of the tour's great champions to the nation's capital over the past 5 decades, including Arthur Ashe, Jimmy Connors, Michael Chang, Andre Agassi, Andy Roddick, Bob and Mike Bryan, Juan Martin Del Potro, John Isner and Alexander Zverev. The WTA event, which was added in 2012 as a WTA international level tournament, has boasted singles champions that include Sloane Stephens and Svetlana Kuznetsova. Citi Open's transfer of management comes at a pivotal moment for the tournament, which marked its 50th anniversary last summer. The tournament will continue to be played at the Rock Creek Park Tennis Center, which is owned and operated by the National Park Service and its concessionaire, Gas Services, Inc. Ein says the first priority will be to address much-needed facility updates for the half-century-old stadium and grounds that are needed to secure the long-term future of the tournament at the site and for the city. He has already engaged NPS and government officials to solidify plans that would not only raise the profile of the tournament but would renovate and modernize the facility as well as benefit its community members in Ward 4 and surrounding neighborhoods on a year-round basis. In the immediate future, Ein looks to enhance the overall fan experience, including significantly upgraded food and beverage offerings, improved grounds, new hospitality areas available to all fans, better parking and ride-sharing logistics, on-site entertainment and complementary activities such as pickleball, showcases and upgraded merchandise. In appreciation to the fans that have helped build the event over decades, the team also has announced that season ticket prices will not increase in 2019. We have big plans for this tournament, all centered on making the Citi Open an unmatched experience that will appeal to and be affordable for all Washingtonians, making it the place to be for each of those 9 days and nights in D.C., said Ein. Leading up to his official management control of the tournament, Ein has already negotiated an extension of Citi's title sponsorship agreement through the 2019 event. The global banking leader has been involved with the Washington tournament since 2012. 2016 champion, Gael Monfils spends time with the kids of WTEF during Citi's professional development day. Ein has also closed a deal with host broadcast partner, Tennis Channel, to renew its agreement for another 5 years. Fans can watch and stream men's and women's action from first ball to last from July 27 to August 4 on Tennis Channel and TC+. Tennis Channel is expected to televise 160 hours of coverage from 4 courts at the Rock Creek Tennis Center. The tournament will return to the United States Tennis Association's U.S. Open Series for the first time since 2014 pending ATP board approval. Citi Open, which is home to the only ATP 500 tournament in the U.S. and one of only 13 around the world, rejoins the summer hard-court swing of men's and women's tournaments leading up to the U.S. Open. The U.S. Open Series provides a centralized promotional platform for the sport in North America, showcasing the best players in the world as they compete throughout the U.S. and Canada. Other U.S. Open Series cities include Atlanta, ATP, San Jose, WTA, Toronto, WTA, Montreal, ATP, Cincinnati, ATP, WTA, Winston-Salem, ATP.